Hello Internet, I am Janok. I'm going to continue my Day 2 territory battles with the mixed planet of Felucia. So jumping in, rather than my normal left to right, on Felucia I always start with the open battle. The two left battles require specific tunes, so I will start with this battle, which has no requirements. My favorite team here lately has been a mixed Mandalorian team with Rey at the end. It actually is a full auto team. So it's Bo-Katan Mandalore. If you have Bo-Katan Mandalore, then you have the rest of the team, which is Paz IG12 and Beskar Mando. And then you can just go to Resistance and toss in Rey at the end. And as I said, it's a full auto. Just fire and forget. I'm running 2 accounts these days, so I will target one of the damage dealers. I'd like to target the pirate in the back first, although we will probably get distracted by the pink tank on the left-ish, because he's going to taunt right there. But we actually were able to dispel taunt, and we can stay on the pirate and back. After he's dead, I'll normally go after the guy on the right. So this is kind of a full auto with guided targeting. And if you end up getting stuck on the tank, it's not really a big deal. You just end up killing the tank. Oh, actually, the guy on the left is almost dead. We'll finish him off. And we'll go back to the guy on the right. But this is just a fairly accessible team. Most people at this point are going to have Rey, and since a lot of the guilds have been getting to Mandalore, you're going to have your Mandalorian teams built up, because to get the unlock mission to get into Mandalore, you need Bo-Katan, you need IG-12, you need Beskar Mando, so you're going to have this team available to you. You're going to want to focus down Hondo as much as possible. He's really the only person that can lead things astray. Sometimes he's an easy kill, and sometimes he just persists and you kill all the sides first. But once you have taunt gone, I would retarget on Hondo. And once Hondo's dead, it doesn't really matter. You kill Hondo off, and the fight's done. Especially with this team. I use this team on both accounts. I did used to use a different team here. I'm really not sure who it was. I could look back and check, but yeah, we'll look at that later. My next team's kind of a fun team. This is, again, Jabba. Jabba's required, but I have been using this team since Rise of the Empire really started, because I've invested a lot of relic materials into platoon characters, so I don't always have the preferred team. So the preferred team for Jabba is always, and probably will always be, Chrysanthemum, Boba, Boushh, and Skiffguard Lando. I have Chrysanthemum now, but I haven't had him in the past, so I'm actually not going to use him right now. But Boba, the team I've been using, is mainly scoundrels. Boba, and then Jango, And I've always used Dash and then Greedo. And almost everyone should have this team if you have Jabba, because Greedo and I think it's Boba. Greedo and Boba are prereqs for Jabba, and then Jango is a prereq for Jedi Master Kenobi, and Dash is a prerequisite for the Profundity. So almost everyone should have this. Like I said, it is not the preferred team. This is not a full auto team, but it's an easy team. If you play it on manual, it's a guaranteed 2 out of 2. I work from left to right. Essentially, Jabba's only going to do his third special and his basic. His third special is going to be putting thermal detonators on everyone, and basic is going to be giving people bonus. So now Dash or anyone else who has the chance, when this guy on the right is taunting, you want to dispel the taunt. So Dash's middle ability dispels the taunt, so then we can go back and target the guy on the right, the left, and I just generally do basics with everyone else. It's a slow fight, and most of these people are probably going to die. Doesn't really matter. Jabba can handle this fight all by himself. This is what I'm saying. You don't need the preferred team. If you have the preferred team, if you have Chrysanthemum, Boba, Skiffguard, Lando, and Boost, you can put on auto and you can win. But even if you don't have the preferred team, you can still win this with just Jabba, because he'll carry it. Everyone else is going to die off, and it's not a big deal. When Jabba's third ability is open, you use it. And when it's not, use his basic. You never use his middle ability. And, might sound counterintuitive, but you never use his ultimate either. Because the closer he gets to ultimate, the more thermal detonators he puts on people. Once he gets up to max, so his third ability is open, we use his third ability. Once he gets up to max ultimate, he's putting 6 thermal detonators on the entire team every time he does that third ability. And the 6 thermal detonators just overwhelm the other team. They can't counter the amount of damage that they're taking as a group. Third ability, and then you basic twice. And like I said, the whole team is dead, but it doesn't matter. I mean, Jabba can tank the damage. You want to take out Range Trooper first, because he's giving bonus. You work from left to right. Range Trooper is doing the bonus damage. The next guy is the healer. He's doing the healing. So you kill the guy who's giving bonus protection, then you kill the guy who's doing the healing. Third special. Jabba also ignores taunt, so it doesn't matter if someone's taunting. It's the privilege afforded to Galactic Legends. Third special. And you can see Range Trooper is getting whittled down. And you can see Jabba is now at the point where he could use his ultimate, and you're like, oh boy, well he can insta-kill someone. The guy we've been trying to kill, but if you insta-kill him, then you go back to only, when we do this ability, you only putting 1 thermal detonator on everyone. It's much better to put 6 thermal detonators on everyone. It's going to kill them off a lot faster. You just save that. You just hold him here at his max, and you just keep on doing third ability and basic, and that 6 thermal detonator is going to whittle them down much faster than insta-killing any single opponent's going to do for you. You can watch everyone's health dropping down. That 6 thermal detonators is huge. And now that Range Trooper's dead, we move on to Stormtrooper Commander, who's the healer. I mean, really, once Range Trooper's done, I mean, the team is doomed. They can't survive without bonus protection and healing. So now all they have is healing, and I'm about to kill their healer. And then everything else just falls really, really quickly. But you keep doing the same thing. It's third special, and then basic. Because it takes 2 turns for the third special to come back off cooldown. You never use the ultimate. And even if you don't have the team, even if you've got worse scoundrels available, it should still win. You should still be able to do just fine. If you have Krrsantan, Boushh, Skiff-Guard Lando, and you still don't use it here, Jabba has a weird ability so that he starts his... At the beginning of the next wave, he will always start off cooldown. So even if I use this third ability right now, if that would have killed him, which once in a while it will, but if that would have killed him, his very next turn, he would have that third ability available. Instead of right now, it's on a 2-turn cooldown. I can't illustrate it here because, you know, it should be off cooldown right now anyways, but if he had done it on back-to-back turns. So, and again, you do the exact same thing. You start on the left side, you just do third ability, basic with Jabba. The other people, you can do whatever you want. Every once in a while, you can use them and kill them off. This his Dash's third ability is great. The days, because they will get retribution, and so if you get days on them, they won't be able to do it. And once in a while, because we made contract already, so everyone's in damage immunity. So once in a while, you will be able to kill them off. We will go ahead and use Greedo's third ability to get rid of that taunt, and go back to Range Trooper. Basic physical attack twice. But it's the exact same thing as the first wave. We're just focusing on Range Trooper. And if everyone dies, everyone dies. It's not a big deal. Jabba will win the second wave exactly like he wins the first wave. Once you have Range Trooper dead, whether once you have Range Trooper dead, you're just moving on to left to right. Now we're moving on to the healer. We're ignoring the fact that he has ultimate available because we want him to put 6 thermal detonators on everyone every round. The number of thermal detonators he puts on is tied to how much of his ultimate he has. So if he's at full ultimate, he's putting 6 thermals. If he's at the bottom of his ultimate, he's only putting 1. And 1 thermal detonator is not going to kill off the team nearly as fast as 6 thermal detonators. So, oh, I should have used his third ability to get rid of taunt, but it doesn't really matter. You know, they'll kill off Greedo here in a second. And it really doesn't matter how many people you have alive at the end. It just matters whether you're alive versus whether they're alive. So at the end, we will be alive and they will not. Go on to, I said, left to right. Recon Troopers next. And he's dead. And say he's the last person. You might as well use ultimate here just to finish it off. But that's the only time you're going to use the ultimate, is at the very, very end. All right. Oh, the next team I like to use is a mercenary team in the Hondo fight. Hondo's already a mercenary, so if you have Baylan's skull, this is when you use him. Baylan with Merc. Merc's Omicron is most likely necessary. I like Wrecker as a tank, but Merc's Omicron makes him an absolute wrecking ball when he hits in territory battles. Makes this a very fun team to use. He assists anytime any mercenary does a special, so essentially the same thing. We will target the guy on the left. This is not an autoable fight because Auto will use OG Hondo's middle ability, which will put captive on someone, and if you kill someone with captive before he has 10 stacks of ransom, then he will escape the battle. And you don't want to do that. So we do want to try and kill Range Trooper off. We'll kill Merc, or call Merc into assist. There's not really any buffs dispelled. Baylan's third ability will dispel buffs, so we'll use his middle ability to call. And yeah, same basic thing. We're going to move from left to right. Use her basic. Her basic will call someone to assist. We will use any special on Wrecker because we want to call the assist. So I'll call use his third ability. We will not use the middle ability because, again, that's captive. And we don't want him to disappear. He's taunting, don't have a choice. Could go ahead and use the third special to spell out stuff, but I'm just going to use a basic here. And we're going to kill him off right here. And then we can go back to... I could use this middle ability, but we're close enough to the end. I'd like to save people's specials to be able to call Merc in the next wave. So I'm just going to use a basic here. I could be targeting Recon Trooper. Recon Trooper actually does more damage, so he's probably a better target to be attacking right now. But I said left to right, so for the most part, I'm going left to right. Wrecker dispels on his basic, so that took away most of his bad buffs. And I'm not going to use his third ability because I want to save that for the next round. So, like I said, we're using basics to finish this round off. So everyone has their specials. Specials are awesome on this team because all mercenary specials call Merc to assist. And Merc hits really hard. Merc's special doesn't hit nearly as hard as his basic, so we won't use Merc's special. We will use his basic. We're going to use that middle because that's a special, and Merc will assist. No one has a lot of buffs, so we won't use Baylan's third special. We'll use his middle one. It's going to call Merc to assist, and he dies. Grand Moff Tarkin, this is one of the few times I'm actually going to use captive. We don't want him to take a turn. He is a jerk, does big damage, and can potentially wipe out most of your team in one shot. So if you use captive here, you're going to attack everyone else first anyways. If we attacked Grand Moff Tarkin right now, then once we killed Grand Moff Tarkin, Hondo would escape. We don't want that to happen. So we'll just go back to attacking everyone else and pretend that Grand Moff Tarkin doesn't exist. But he can't take a turn. He's captive. So his turn meter is gone. His ability to do stuff is gone. So we'll just ignore him for now. And if he's the last person to die, then you don't lose OG Hondo, and it doesn't matter anyways. Let's do a basic there. We're killing the damage dealers. Okay, so now he's taunting. Okay, so now, if you notice, Grand Moff Tarkin did finish what he needed to take a turn, which then that made it so that Hondo automatically gains 10 stacks of Ren, so now he's at 11 stacks. So, as a result, we can go ahead and kill Grand Moff Tarkinoff, and we will. He now becomes our main target. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I want to stun them? No, I want to kind of save that. I'm just going to do a basic. We'll save the stun for Grand Moff Tarkin. We're going to take away his buffs with a basic here, and everything... Oh, can this be evaded? Can't be evaded or resisted. I like that. Just need to kill him off. Yep, there we go. And there's no one else who can really do any damage to us. It's all about controlling Grand Moff Tarkin in that second wave. Okay, the next team, I really like this team. This is a full auto team. There's really no thinking to be done with it. It's the YngLando team. I run it with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and crew. They are critical. You must have them. Hux is nice. I don't know that he's necessary. And Watt is also necessary for this team. One of the important things, I do have to remod my Kylo Ren Unmasked because I simply put my Seer Agenda mods on him because his standard armor is only 65. That's not nearly good enough. My Seer Agenda has 3 defense sets. And that takes him from 65 up to 75% mitigation. You can see his health drops and his protection drops and his speed drops. So you would say, oh man, a lot of these other stats drop, but that armor percent, that 65 to 75%, that is critical. He will not survive the onslaught at 65% survivability. At 75%, he makes it. And that's all you need. You just need him to survive the beginning because Kylo Ren Unmasked is the reason why this team works. Everyone hides behind him. He has stacking, increasing max health. And if you do this fight correctly, as I'm going to show you, then it's full auto, essentially. There's a couple things you got to do at the beginning to set it up right, but other than that. So anyway, Supreme Kylo Ren Masked, Hux, and then Wat Tambor. So Wat gets the first turn, and the first thing you're going to do is give the middle tech to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And then you want to stun the Recon Trooper with his middle ability. So you're going to poke the Recon Trooper and stun him. They're going to take a couple turns, hit Kylo Ren a little bit. You're going to pass the turn to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and use him to stun the Imperial officer. Those are the 2 guys who do the most damage. From here on out, this first phase, all you're going to do is come over here and target the Stormtrooper. So now you're going to use the first tech, and you're going to put the first tech on Kylo Ren Unmasked. And from here, you can put it on auto basic. And now you can twiddle your thumbs, go find something to do. This is going to take about 5 minutes. But if you watch, every time they attack Kylo Ren Unmasked, he heals. That's the green numbers. And you can see right now he's healing like 16,000. And a little bit later, now he's healing 21,000. And now he's healing 23,000. And the reason why he's healing, he heals a percentage of his max health. But he gains max health. I'm not sure if it's exactly when he counterattacks. I could look up the exact mechanic, but the important thing is that in this battle, he will gain max health stacking as the fight goes on. So the amount he heals is higher and higher because his max health becomes higher and higher. And eventually, I think he maxes out at like 4.8 million that he's healing. I'm not sure what that means his actual max health is, but essentially he's immortal. You can't kill him at that point. And because of Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you can't get rid of his taunt. So if he's immortal and you can't get rid of his taunt, then you win. That's all there is to it. But you leave this on auto basic. It takes, I'm going to say, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So go take a walk, feed your cat, read a couple pages in a book, arrange your sock drawer, whatever you want to do for 2 or 3 minutes. Listen to me ramble. But it is important to make sure that you get his armor percent up. I'm not sure what the actual threshold is. All I can tell you is that with the base modding I normally have on him of 3 health sets and 65.9% armor, that is not enough. He will die in those initial volleys when they're hitting him. If I put Sir Agenda's mods on him where he has 75% mitigation, I have never lost this fight. 0 times. Once in a while they get him down to the yellow. I think maybe I have seen him in the red before. He has never died. And so long as he doesn't die before you put the first tech on him from Watt, he's not going to die, because he's going to gain protection every time the enemy takes a turn. Once he starts gaining protection and they start counterattacking, you can see he's healing right now for 1 is that 271? Yeah, it's 1.6 million. 1.8 million, 2.9 million. Yeah, he's pretty close to max. 3.2 million. You'll know you're at max when you see a nice round number. I think it's 4.8 million when he's maxed out. And again, this is auto basic, not full auto. You want to make sure you're on auto basic. If you're on full auto, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's going to go into ultimate. You're going to be killing people off. Okay, so now he's at 4.8 million. It's a nice round number. Everything's done. So now you can take it off auto basic and you can put it into full auto. At this point, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's going to go into ultimate. He gains stacks of Siphon when he does basics. So at this point, he's got a lot of stacks of Siphon, and you're going to have more than enough to kill off the team. There's nothing you need to do. At this point, you've already won. I know it. You know it now that I've told you it. Your team knows it. The enemy team just has to figure it out. But they will soon enough when they're laying down and they're looking at the sky. There are some other teams that are faster wins for this, but this is like Novocaine, and I don't have anything else I'm doing with my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, so this is a guaranteed win, and it's full auto for the most part. I will take it off auto as we head into the last round here. Reason I take it off auto is I like to poke at least twice. Now they can't kill. It doesn't matter what they do. They can't kill Kylo Ren amassed, so it doesn't really matter what you do. I just like to poke at least, let's say twice. At least twice. That way, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren has some stacks of Siphon to work with. If you don't, you can put the weapon tech on Hux. Doesn't really matter at this point. But if you don't poke with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, the AI will keep on just doing his third ability, and he really won't have a chance to get any stacks of Siphon. I'm going to go ahead and do a third poke just for the heck of it. I'll go into Ultimate here, and that'll take everything off of... Oh, actually, he had it off cooldown. I could have poked right there. That's all right. No, not a big deal. I'll poke past him, and we'll poke her just to stun her, and then we'll put it on full auto. Now we got to take the targeting reticle off, let him do whatever he wants to do. But at this point, it's a win. He's just going to keep on siphoning people's mastery and doing damage, and they cannot kill Kylo Ren unmasked. It is impossible. He's healing for 4.8 million when they hit him. I haven't looked at his kit enough to actually evaluate what that means his health is. But even if it's something silly, like he's healing, say, 50% of his max health, that means he's got 9.6 million. They simply cannot kill him. It's impossible. Yeah, they killed Hux here. It doesn't matter. Hux is irrelevant. The only two people that matter at this point are Supremely Kylo Ren and Kylo Ren Unmasked. One is immortal and the other one's doing ramping damage, so... As Supreme Leader Kylo Ren ramps up, he will kill off the other team. They cannot kill your tank, so you will win. It's just a matter of time. It's a little, like I said, it's a little bit of a lengthier fight, but it's a guaranteed win. On my second account for this fight, I actually use Ahsoka Tano with Ezra Exile, General Syndulla, and Huyang with Lando. And that's a full auto win. So if you have that available and you're not using it anywhere else, that is a faster win. But up until 2 days ago, I didn't have Ahsoka Tano unlocked on this account. And I don't have Ahsoka Tano. I do have her at Relic 6, so I might have been able to use her for this fight, but I've been using this team for the last year, so I'm using it again for today. Maybe I'll use Ahsoka Tano in the future, but we'll see. And like I said, easy peasy, guaranteed win. And our last fight is the fleet. So we'll go in with the Executor. And again, I can show you kind of some things to do with when you have teams in platoons, because I always platoon my Razor Crest. And even when I don't platoon my Razor Crest, I don't use it. Because it's largely unneeded. So Executor with Houndstooth, Punishing One, and Xanadu as the main ones. You always bring in the rest. Ebon Hawk is going to be your next one, and Imperial TIE Bomber just for a backup tank, but you are never going to get to the last 2 reinforcements. You just don't get there. So anyways, this is the team you go with. So we'll target the TIE Bomber. We're just going to do a basic here, because when Punishing One does his special, he forces the tank to taunt, so there is no point to waste Houndstooth's ability to taunt. We're going to do the mass assist. Again, we don't need to force the taunt yet, and we'd rather get damage downfield, and the more attacks, the more target locks placed, the faster you get to the locked buffs. We will call Punishing One, and then when Punishing One does his call to assist, that's when he forces the taunt. So now Houndstooth is taunting. We're going to call in, there's no locked buffs. If you had locked buffs up, you would call Slave 1. Since you don't have locked buffs, you'll call in IG-2000. Let's do a basic. Keep on doing that. Now, you don't have taunt, so they might kill someone. It does happen. So once you kill them, the next target is TIE Advanced. Sometimes they do like they're doing here, and they decide to go after your Houndstooth, and sometimes they're jerks and they go after your Punishing One or something like that. It doesn't matter. It's not the biggest deal. So if they did kill one of your guys off, it kind of sucks, but you're still going to put taunt on your Houndstooth now. And we're going to continue going after TIE Advanced. Pretty soon we're going to get our locked buffs. There we have our locked buffs. And now that we have our locked buffs, Houndstooth will never lose taunt ever again. So from now on, he's only going to do basics. There's no point in doing his special. All you're going to do is basics. So now we will call in, now we have the locked buffs, we can call in Slave 1, and Slave 1 will automatically have his big bomb available because the locked buffs are up. And so we will immediately go ahead and use that, and we're going to try and use basics on IG-2000 because he will attack twice. Same thing, we were going to call IG-2000 every time because he will attack twice. He does big damage. We will call IG-2000. Alright. There's only one guy left. And yeah, they're going to kill someone off. They killed off my Houndstooth. It's not a big deal. They have one guy left. So it's a 4v1. Do a basic. Do basic here. He's going to hit twice. And that's an easy win. The other nice thing, when you call in Slave 1, he is taunting. So sometimes when they do their ultimate there at the end and kill someone, sometimes they will actually kill the Slave 1 and they'll leave your Houndstooth. That's actually ideal. But even when they don't, and we have the case we had here, it's still a win. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please do all those things. Click on everything. And if you would like, go ahead and stick around. The next video will be my dark side missions in Geonosis. Thank you for watching.